కుమార్ గారు, శ్రీ ఎస్ గోపాల్ రెడ్డి ఐపీఎస్ గారు, శ్రీమతి బి కాళ మాయాదేవి గారు, డాక్టర్ అమరేందర్ రెడ్డి గారు, యేసరత్నం గారు మరియు గణేశన్ గారు, వేదికను అలంకరించిన పెద్దలు వీరందరికీ, ఇక్కడ those who are present here as teachers, students, activists and press journalists, press and media. I wish you a very happy Consumers Day today, which we are celebrating. Today, though we are supposed to celebrate, it is on tomorrow. We were supposed to celebrate due to that tomorrow's day is being declared as a holiday. Therefore, we preponed it and we are celebrating today. Our beloved speakers, they have enlightened you on the subject, and you all are, I think, very well received and understood the subject. Vis-a-vis, after seeing particularly the visual, now you understand the subject in right spirit, I hope. So therefore, leaving that subject aside, I just want to inform you about this Consumer Protection Act, which I am supposed to enforce as a president of our state commission. I have taken charge little more than a month ago. To be frank with you all, even I've got myself to get introduced to, informed and gather the knowledge of the subject more and more. Today what we have at our disposal, whatever knowledge we have, is not sufficient because the society has changed and the times also changed, and we are required to keep up with the same. To be able to do so, we need to acquire, we need to get enlightened ourselves in variety of ways. Today being the important day, we observe it, as I have stated it, as a National Consumer Rights Day. Since the Consumer Protection Act was enacted in 1986, on this day, therefore, we celebrate this day to be so. We also observe 15th March of every year as a World Consumers Day. This for the sake of information. Now about this act. This Consumer Protection Act was enacted in 1986 with the objective of providing better protection of consumers' interests and also provide speedy and simple redressal of consumer disputes. So it is cheap, at a cheaper cost, the justice is supposed to be delivered. And the main object of the act is to safeguard and to protect the interest of the consumer. So for that purpose, keeping that in mind, this law was enacted. Every individual is a consumer regardless of occupation, age, gender, community or religious affiliations. Therefore, one way or the other, we all are consumers. Therefore, as our beloved speakers enlightened us more and more on how to exercise our rights, how to protect our rights, how to protect our interest vis-a-vis protecting the interest of your neighbors. So remember, tomorrow and after tomorrow the Christmas festival is also ensuing. Remember the Bible quotation, love thy neighbor as thyself. Help your friends, help your neighbors, help yourself. Self-help is the best help, but we should also exercise our common sense and presence of mind in protecting not only of our own rights and also the rights of your neighbors, wherever you happen to be. Whoever is nearer to you happens to be your neighbor. You should not forget that. So, here in our tradition, we call it Aropakaram idam shariram. So, that following our traditional sayings, we should conduct ourselves in a better way in the society so that the society also, when we improve, the society gets improved. Because it's our society, we have to think of its betterment at all levels. Now, consumer has been defined under this act as any person who buys goods for consideration and any person who uses goods with the approval of the purchaser. Any person who hires any services for a consideration and any beneficiary of such services, provided the service is availed with the approval of the person who had hired the service for a consideration. Whoever purchases the goods for price is a consumer generally. Even with his approval, anyone can also come under the purview of this very definition. To redress the disputes of consumers, a quasi-judicial machinery was established at the district and state as well as national levels. Now, the pecuniary jurisdiction of our district forum is up to 20 lakhs, whereas the pecuniary jurisdiction of the state commission is above 20 lakhs and not exceeding 1 crore, whereas the pecuniary jurisdiction of the national commission is above 1 crore. When it crosses 1 crore, that national commission gets the jurisdiction to deal with the disputes falling in its jurisdiction. To entertain the complaints where the appeals or orders of any district forum within the district. Thereafter, I will come to the latest position in our state that the Consumer Act, so far as our state is concerned, the Consumer Act came into all India level, of course. The Consumer Protection Act came into force in the year 1986. After bifurcation of the state, the government of Telangana, via GOMS number 9, Consumer Affairs, Food and Civil Supplies Department, dated 15/10/2014, constituted Telangana State Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, consisting of President and 2 members to settle the consumer disputes as per the provisions of the Consumer Protection Act 1986.